UFC 303 is upon us this Saturday, June 29th, and it's currently the 24th. It's a Monday right now, a Monday night specifically. And today I'm going to give my predictions on the card, what I feel like y'all should bet on, what I feel like y'all should put your money on in this card. And we're going to start with the early prelims, the very first prelim of the night, the very first bout of the night in the bantamweight division. Ricky Simón versus Vinicius Oliveira. Vinicius Oliveira sitting at a plus 185 underdog. I feel like that shouldn't be given, considering the fact that Ricky Simón is on a 2-loss losing streak. Vinicius Oliveira just absolutely chinned the Albanian that he just faced in his debut in the third round with a flying knee KO highlight reel. Yeah, I feel like Vinicius Oliveira could get the win. I don't know if it's going to be by finish. I don't think Vinicius Oliveira is going to finish Ricky Simón. Only two people have finished Ricky Simón. Plus, Ricky Simón does have a very nice double leg takedown slam that he usually does. I feel like Ricky Simón can take down Vinicius Oliveira. We've seen in the first round with Vinicius Oliveira's fight against the Albanian. I forgot his name. I'm not even going to look it up right now. The Albanian that he faced actually took him down and controlled him in the first round. I think Ricky Simón does have decent stand-up. I think Vinicius Oliveira might be a little better on the stand-up, but I think Vinicius Oliveira can find the knockout shot. I feel like he can find the chin. I think it is possible. Vinicius Oliveira has a lot of power. And I'm going to go ahead and go ahead on a limb and say I got Vinicius Oliveira by decision. But I do believe he can get the finish. Vinicius Oliveira is 2-0 when it comes to decisions. Never lost a decision. Ricky Simón has won and lost decisions. I think it's possible for Vinicius Oliveira to get the decision, but as a bettor, I might put that to go the distance. So, yeah, bantamweight bout, I got Vinicius Oliveira, I got the underdog, and yeah, I feel like this is just one of those fights where Vinicius Oliveira shouldn't be the underdog. I think he should be the favorite, but I'm not complaining in terms of money. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Ricky Simón should be the underdog. He's on a 2-loss losing streak. Now, this is a big step up in competition for Vinicius Oliveira, so yeah, let's see how that goes. I'm excited for that one. Let's go to the second bout of the night. Right here, we got a lock on the card for a finish as well. Ray Taisura versus Carlos Hernandez. The thing is, Carlos Hernandez isn't really anything special on the feet. He doesn't give enough. He doesn't do enough, I feel like, on the feet. If you watch his regional fights, you would know that. He literally looks like a fucking NPC on the stand-up, and I'm not even fucking dragging it at all. He literally looks like a bot. Like, in round 1, he looks a certain type of way, and in round 3, he looks the exact same. He doesn't really have anything crazy to offer on the feet. Rai Taisura has like a 95% finish rate. He has one decision. I think that Rai Taisura will take him down 1,000%. And it's funny, because Carlos Hernandez did just face Tatsuro Taira, another undefeated Japanese prospect in the flyweight division. So it's like, yeah, the UFC is just preying on Carlos Hernandez's downfall. I don't believe he's going to take this win. I do believe I got Rai Taisura for a submission. I think he could submit him in round 2, maybe round 1, but Rai Taisura will 100% get the submission victory here. I just feel like once he gets taken down, Carlos Hernandez, he doesn't try as hard as to get up, and plus Tatsuro Taira took him down and was controlling him, and then eventually knocked him out on the feet. So yeah, I do got Rai Taisura for a submission. I do believe he could get a knockout as well, but I don't believe that that's the case. I think that he's gonna go with the submission route against Carlos Hernandez. And yeah, I think that that's a lock. Rai Taisura's the favorite, understandably so. That's not really gonna pay much, but yeah, I do think he will get the sub. On to the next one. A heavyweight bout between Andrei Arlovski and Martin Buday. Now, this is the thing about Martin Buday. Go check the common theme of every single person that he's faced and finished. Straight fat fucks. Like, I don't think he's not fought one person that's not a fat fuck. This is the first person that he's ever fought that is not a fat fuck. Now, Andrei Arlovski just lost his last 3 fights. He lost a decision to Waldo Cortez Acosta. So, do I believe that Martin Buday is going to be able to finish Andrei Arlovski? No, I don't at all. I think Martin Buday is going to take the decision here. I want to say Andrei Arlovski gets the win so bad, but it's just like, you're 45. Yeah, he still looks pretty good in his fights. His chin isn't completely deteriorated, But Martin Buday isn't anything special. Martin Buday just got exposed in his last fight by another person who got exposed against Rosenstruck. Shamil absolutely beat the fuck out of Martin Buday. And Martin Buday literally had no answers back. He wasn't fighting back at one point, and he beat the fuck out of him, cut him, and then eventually TKO'd him in round 2. But Andre Arlovski's not gonna do that. Andre Arlovski is like, he smothers you. Like, I think Andre Arlovski might be able to clinch Martin Buday. I think he might be able to take down Martin Buday, but I think eventually Martin Buday is going to get back up. I think he might be able to get a takedown as well. And I think that he's just going to completely batter Andre Arlovski on the feet. And yeah, that's how he's going to get the decision victory. He's coming out at a minus 270 favorite. Yeah, I think as a bettor, I wouldn't even put money on that, because knowing life, knowing the heavyweight, this is the thing. Heavyweight fights and female fights are too fucking inconsistent when it comes to betting. Like, they're too fucking inconsistent. I wouldn't put no money up on a heavyweight fight or a bitch fight for that matter. So that's the thing about that. But yeah, so I got Martin Buday. On to the next one. Speaking of women's fights, we got a women's strawweight bout between number 15 versus number 14. Yeah, I don't feel like Gillian Robertson needs to be facing Michelle Waterson-Gomez. I don't think that that's a fight that makes sense. I mean, like, Michelle Waterson-Gomez should be given an unranked fighter right now. She's on a losing streak on her own. She has many losses in the UFC with a record of 18-12, a negative record. That shit is true. Well, not a negative record, but it's like, if you have double-digit losses, are you really good unless your name is Charles Oliveira? I don't believe that's the case. So, and plus it's a woman fight, like I said. She lost to Marina Rodriguez twice, and actually got finished by her in one of them, in round 2, in her most recent fight, as a matter of fact. Gillian Robertson does finish people. Wow, shocking. A female fighter that finishes fights. Yeah, she does finish people. She just TKO'd Polyana Viana. Absolutely spanked her badly. And I think she's going to do the same thing to Michelle Waterson-Gomez. Now, I don't think she's going to TKO Michelle Waterson-Gomez. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I want to say Michelle Waterson-Gomez gets the win so bad, just as a fan. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't believe that that's the case. Gillian Robertson, I think, is a lock, as a matter of fact. I think she will beat Michelle Waterson-Gomez by whatever she wants, by TKO, or by sub, or by decision. But I do think Gillian Robertson is going to get the sub. Michelle Waterson-Gomez has been sub before, and Gillian Robertson is consistently finishing people. So it's like, yeah, I do think she's going to get the submission in round 2. So, yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't even feel like Michelle Waterson-Gomez should be facing a ranked opponent right now. She's fighting higher in the rankings, which is okay, but it's like, she should be facing an unranked fighter. But it is what it is. I got Gillian Robertson to finish her, to finish Michelle Waterson-Gomez. So yeah, on to the next one. On to the first fight of the prelims here. We got Peyton Talbot versus Giannis Gamori. Another instance of just... Alright, here's the thing about Giannis. Same thing I said earlier about, I forgot who, but in the regional scene, go look at his regional scene fights. Absolutely fucking terrible. I think Peyton Talbot will finish Giannis in round 1. If he doesn't finish him in round 1, I do believe he will finish him in round 2, just based off the fact that Giannis will most likely take him down. If he's watched film, he's seen in Peyton Talbot's debut, he got taken down and controlled. I also believe he had his, I think he got his back taken. I don't really remember too clearly, but I do recall him getting taken down and controlled for a lot of the portion of round 1. Now, Giannis literally has nothing to fucking offer on the feet for Peyton Talbot. Peyton Talbot will chase him down, will run him down, and will try to knock him out. And I do believe that he will be able to get the knockout in round 1. Yeah, I think that the pressure is going to be too much. Peyton Talbot will put on the pressure, and Peyton Talbot will find the chin, whether it's in round 1 or in another round. But Peyton Talbot will 100% find the chin. So that's the thing about that. Giannis is coming in at a plus 900 underdog. That's fucking ridiculous. That's crazy. And that goes to show how high the UFC is on Peyton Talbot. And the thing is about Peyton Talbot as well is they wouldn't put him, because this was originally the Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler card. They would not put Peyton Talbot on the McGregor card if they thought that he was going to fail. So the UFC wants Peyton Talbot to win. And that's why they gave him a layup for his crowd debut as well, because Peyton Talbot did have 2 fights in the Apex that he both finished in his debut and in his second fight, which was recently. And not to mention, the person he knocked out is pretty fucking good. Way better than Giannis. That I will say. So yeah, I think Peyton Talbot will get the knockout in round 1 or round 2. Most likely round 1. I think that the pressure is going to be too much. Peyton Talbot is one of the best prospects in the bantamweight division. So yeah, I got Peyton Talbot. On to the next one here. Featherweight bout. Charles Jourdain versus Gene Silva. Gene Silva's coming in at a plus 110 underdog. And I really thought about this fight. When this fight first got announced, off rip, I said Gene Silva by finish. But now that I've really come to think about it, I do believe Charles Jourdain can get a decision. Charles Jourdain, he just looked pretty bad against, what's his name? Sean Woodson. He looked pretty bad against Sean Woodson. That was the worst Charles Jourdain ever looked in his UFC career, in my opinion. I think that this is a pretty high step up in competition for Gene Silva. Gene Silva did just finish the Stephen Wonderboy Thompson fucking Walmart version. He did finish him in round 1, and he actually just got a submission victory, I believe, like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, that's a can. So this is a really big step up in competition. I do think Gene Silva could get this, but I don't got this ending and finish. I don't think Gene Silva's going to finish Charles Jourdain. And I also think Charles Jourdain has good enough stand-up that he can win a decision here. Damn. It's like, who do I... It's like, as a fan, like I said, like there's a lot of fan moments from me in this card specifically. I want to say Gene Silva. I want to say the best case scenario is Gene Silva knocks him the fuck out. But... like, my heart just tells me Charles Jourdain might take a decision. Like, my heart just tells me. But I'm really going to go Gene Silva just based on the power difference. I do think Gene Silva will land the more power shots, you could say, in the fight. I think he will hit him harder. That's for sure. I think the judges also want. I think the UFC wants Gene Silva to win. Because Gene Silva is one of the most entertaining featherweight prospects in the unranked division right now. So... I think if it goes into the decision, they give it to Gene Silva anyways. And yeah, I'm going to just go Gene Silva. But I do think it's a possibility Charles Jourdain can take a decision. But yeah, I'm going to go Gene Silva. On to the next bout here. Another featherweight bout between two legends. Cub Swanson versus Andre Fili. Yeah, I thought about it. I really had arguments with other people about this fight specifically. And it's like... Cub Swanson has no fucking chance. Now, this is the thing. If Andre Fili's chin isn't fucking deteriorated from him getting chinned by Dan Ige brutally a couple months ago, go ahead and put that on the screen right now as well.
That's why you're not seeing him commit super hard. Oh! That's the line. Dan Ige!
I do think Cub Swanson has a chance. Cub Swanson's chin isn't completely deteriorated. But Cub Swanson just has nothing to fucking offer on the stand-up for Andre Fili. Andre Fili is way more explosive, way more powerful. If his chin is not deteriorated, keep in mind, which I don't think it is now that I really sat down and thought about it. But Andre Fili is just like... My bad. My food literally got here as I was recording. I ordered fucking breakfast for dinner, so that's cool. But yeah, as I was saying... So the thing is about Cub Swanson is his chin isn't... He never really had a bad chin. He got chinned by Jose Aldo in like 12 seconds 20 years ago. Literally in 2009. Half a decade ago. And yeah, I think Andre Fili might be able to take a decision. I heard people say that they think Andre Fili could absolutely knock Cub Swanson the fuck out. I don't think that's the case. I think that Cub Swanson's chin could hold up from the damage. But I do think Andre Fili will absolutely beat the fuck out of Cub Swanson. Whether it's finish or not, I think that he will outstrike him. And I think he might be able to take a decision. Even in Cub Swanson's last fight, I went ahead and watched that fight back today. And it was a fucking robbery. A blatant robbery. He got outstruck. I forgot his name. Big brolic dude. I forgot his name. But... Cub Swanson got outstruck by him, and they literally gifted Cub Swanson a fucking decision. So it's like, yeah, I got Andre Fili by decision. But I wouldn't be surprised if Andre Fili knocks him the fuck out. So that's that. On to the next one here. Oh, man. Joe Pyfer versus Marc-Andre. I forgot how to pronounce that fucking last name. Yeah, Joe Pyfer's the lock. I thought about it before, too, as well, with this fight as well. I did think Marc-Andre could get a win, but it's like Joe Pyfer just fucking got exposed by Jack Hermanson, and it's like Joe Pyfer needs this comeback, and I think Joe Pyfer is going to knock this kid the fuck out badly. Joe Pyfer hits ridiculously hard. He broke the power punch shit, quote unquote. Apparently, he hits harder than Nagano. Yeah, definitely. I believe that. Yeah, he got exposed by Jack Hermanson, and I know for a fact he's fiending to get back in the win column to, you know what I'm saying, almost bring himself back. So, Marc-Andre looked horrible against Chris Curtis as well. I think Joe Pyfer can probably beat Chris Curtis as well. I think that's a possibility. I think that's a nice fight to make up, too. If Joe Pyfer gets the win here, I think that him versus Chris Curtis would be an interesting one. But then again, he did just face the ranked opponent and lost. So, does he really deserve another ranked opponent? I don't think so. But, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say Joe Pyfer is going to absolutely knock Marc-Andre the fuck out here. And yeah, that's pretty simple, I feel like. I think I would put, if I was making a parlay, I would put Joe Pyfer money line. I actually am betting, so I think I might put Joe Pyfer money line. Marc-Andre has 1 KO loss, and it was in 16 seconds. Go look at how he got chin. I promise you, Joe Pyfer, watch that. Joe Pyfer is going to find the chin. And he got knocked out pretty fucking badly, too. Yeah, I got Joe Pyfer by finish. Knockout. Round 1 or 2. On to the next one here. This is where it gets very exciting. And this is where it's going to get very controversial as well. To kick off the main card, we got a welterweight bout. Number 14 versus number 7 ranked. Michael Venom Page versus Ian Machado Gary. A lot of people said Ian Gary is going to take a decision here. A lot of people said that Ian Gary is going to outstrike Michael Venom Page. And he did kind of outstrike Jeff Neal in his last fight, which he looked bad in his last fight. Let's not act like he didn't look bad. In round 3, he was damn near running from Jeff Neal. Michael Venom Page isn't going to chase Ian Gary, too. That's the funny thing. So, a lot of people were saying Ian Gary's going to take a decision. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say, and remember I said this, because I promise you I'm one of the only people out there that are saying this. I think Michael Venom Page is going to knock Ian Gary the fuck out badly. The reason I think that is Ian Gary, yeah, he doesn't phase well against left hooks. Michael Venom Page isn't going to throw left hooks. Michael Venom Page is going to throw overhand rights, flying knees, knees to the body, spinning elbows, and I don't think Ian Gary is going to know what the fuck to do. You got to remember, San Kanan, San Kanan dropped Ian Gary badly, almost finished him as well, and I think it was in round 2 or maybe even round 1. San Kanan dropped him badly, like literally almost finished him. So, does Ian Gary have a chin? No, I don't think Ian Gary has a chin. I think Ian Gary's chin is going to get exposed in this fight. I think that, yeah, Kevin Holland isn't as good a striker as Ian Gary is at all. But it's like Michael Venom Page was landing 2 clean spinning elbows right on Kevin Holland's jaw, and it wasn't doing shit. And the only reason that's the case is because Kevin Holland has a ridiculous chin and a way, way better chin than Ian Gary. I promise you, one spinning elbow is going to get a ridiculous reaction out of Ian Gary or knock him down. Or knock him out for all we know. So yeah, I got Michael Venom Page by knockout. I do believe Michael Venom Page could win the decision as well. But if it goes into decision, it's highly, highly fucking likely that Ian Gary is going to take the decision. Understandably so. I think that if Ian Gary does take a decision, it's just going to be by straight outstriking him. I think he's going to leg kick Michael Venom Page. I think that's the game plan going into this fight. He's going to go for a lot of kicks, a lot of leg kicks. And yeah, I think that this is the thing about Michael Venom Page. Michael Venom Page, in all reality, is 2 fights away from a title shot if he beats Ian Gary and beats the next person he fights. Michael Venom Page is here for a good time, not a long time. He's already like 36 or 37. Ian Gary's young. But yeah, I think that the speed, there's also a significant speed advantage for Michael Venom Page. Michael Venom Page is going to find the chin, in my opinion. Whether it's with a spinning elbow, because that's really my prediction. I think one clean spinning elbow is going to put Ian Gary to sleep. I don't think Ian Gary is going to knock out Michael Venom Page at all. I think that's not even a possibility. So I think Michael Venom Page's best method of victory here is by knockout in round 2 or 3. But, and plus, not to mention, he's going to be doing all the emoting he always does. He's going to be getting in Ian Gary's head. So yeah, I got Michael Venom Page for a pretty clear knockout to open up the main card. Not to mention, Michael Venom Page is the fucking underdog. He is the underdog of this fight. So, My money's going on Michael Venom Page. I think he's going to knock Ian Gary the fuck out badly. So, on to the next one here. A fight that shouldn't even be on the main card. I would honestly prefer Peyton Tailbot to be on the main card on the second fight of the main card. Maybe even opening up the main card as well. But I would prefer Peyton Tailbot, and I think this card will be way better as well if Peyton Tailbot was on the main card, because I feel like it's just a bad look for this fight to be on the main card. Women's bantamweight bout, number 3 versus number 7. I think that this fight is literally only on the main card to fucking make Kayla Harrison's next victim look more impressive. So whoever wins is going to look impressive, and then Kayla Harrison is going to beat the fuck out of them, and it's going to make her look even more impressive. So, Macy, I don't even know how to pronounce her last name. I've seen her fight versus Myra Bruno Silva, who looked absolutely fucking horrendous in her last fight against Raquel Pennington. And Raquel Pennington isn't good neither, and she's the fucking champion of the fucking world. So, yeah, Macy's coming out on a plus underdog. I'm staying away from this fight. This is the bathroom break in my opinion, but I'm going to go ahead and say Myra Bruno Silva gets the decision. I don't think Myra Bruno Silva is going to submit her. Macy's grappling is pretty good, but you do got to remember, Macy did get finished. She did get finished, I believe, by sub, as a matter of fact, too. I'm going to go ahead and look into that right now. Yeah, she did get finished by Raquel Pennington. Oh, wow. Look at that. As well as Irene Aldana, but I seen the finish, and it was like Irene Aldana kind of got lucky with that shot. It was an up kick to the fucking liver. When does that ever happen? So we're going to go ahead and say that was luck. Not luck, but it's like an up kick to the fucking liver. Like, come on. So I'm going to go ahead and say I got Myra Bruno Silva. I don't think Myra Bruno Silva is going to finish it. I think she's going to get the decision. I think she's just going to win off of straight control. And yeah, I think that's a pretty clear favorite, but I don't think she has lost decisions, Myra Bruno Silva. So, the Macy girl can get the decision as well. She only has one decision lost. Myra Bruno Silva's lost decisions, but my heart and my gut is just telling me Myra Bruno Silva, especially because she just fought for this title and is officially out of the win column. I think she wants to come back and get a win here. So, I'm going to go Myra Bruno Silva by decision. In the worst fight of the night, by the way. That's also a prediction right there. So, yeah. On to the next one. Anthony Smith versus Roman Dolidze. Yeah, people are fucking dumb to say Roman Dolidze gets the win here. Anthony Smith is going to win. He was preparing for Carlos Ulberg, a way deadlier striker than Roman Dolidze. Roman Dolidze's coming up from middleweight to fight at light heavyweight. And right now, I'm actually going to check the odds of that fight because I heard that Anthony Smith is the underdog. And I heard that the UFC is trying to give me free money. So, let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. Oh my god, Anthony Smith is the underdog. Wow, that's fucking disrespectful, in my opinion. Because what are they trying to say about Anthony Smith? So yeah, Anthony Smith is the underdog, plus 122. Anthony Smith is gonna win. He's gonna win this fucking fight by decision. I don't think he's gonna finish Roman Dolidze. Roman Dolidze does have a chin, but Roman Dolidze's taking this fight on a week notice. And I think Roman Dolidze's striking might be a little better than Anthony Smith's. I think Anthony Smith will outstrike him in this fight, though, and I think Anthony Smith will take him down as well. Control him on the ground a little bit to ease out a close decision. Maybe even a split decision. But yeah, Anthony Smith is going to take a decision here. That's my prediction. That's a free underdog, in my opinion. I wouldn't bet on it, though, because knowing how this type of shit be, Roman Dolidze is going to get the win. But it's like, Anthony Smith just trained on the Embedded series with Cody Brundage, which is not a good look, but you know what I'm saying? He will take down Roman Dolidze. Roman Dolidze isn't anything special on the feet. He isn't anything Anthony Smith has never seen before. I don't know how Roman Dolidze is the favorite, considering the fact he's taking this fight on a week's notice. That's fucking disrespectful, almost. Yeah, Anthony Smith was training for Carlos Ulberg, and he knew about this fight 3 weeks in advance. So, yeah, I got Anthony Smith to take a decision here. On to the last 2 fights of the main card. Wow. These are fucking great matchups. So this is a great matchup right here in the featherweight division. Brian T. City Ortega versus Diego Lopes. Yeah. So I dare anybody in this comment section to tell me Diego Lopes is going to knock Brian Ortega out. Because if you think that, you're genuinely fucking dumb. And you're a casual of the sport. And you just don't know about this. Diego Lopes is not going to knock out Brian Ortega. Now, does Diego Lopes hit harder than Max Holloway? Yes, I believe Diego Lopes hits harder than Max Holloway. But no, I do not think he hits harder than Volkanovski. And I dare y'all to tell me he hits harder than Volkanovski because Diego Lopes knocked out cans in the UFC. The last time Diego Lopes took a short notice fight was against Movsar Evloev, and y'all saw what happened. Movsar took the decision in a very close fight, but Movsar isn't T-City Brian Ortega. Brian Ortega's too elite, too good on the submission game, on the ground game as well. And a lot of predictions I've been hearing is Diego Lopes is going to knock him out in round 1. I don't think that's the case. I don't think he's going to find the chin in round 1. I think maybe if he does find the chin in round 1, I don't think it's going to be a ridiculous knockout blow. I think that as soon as he hits him and he gets stunned, Brian Ortega is going to go straight for the takedown. We did see Brian Ortega get dropped in the fight against Yair Rodriguez. Now, I heard Lucas Tracy say that Brian Ortega's taken a ridiculous amount of damage in his career, and that's why Yair Rodriguez dropped him twice, which that's not true. He dropped him once. I think that's not the case. I think, yeah, it is the case, but I don't think his chin is deteriorating. He's never been knocked out before. So it's like, he does have a chin. Max Holloway and Volkanovski absolutely beat the fuck out of Brian Ortega, and they couldn't finish him. But Max Holloway did get a doctor stoppage, but if that went into the 5th round with him looking like that, I still don't think Max Holloway would have knocked him out. So yeah, I dare y'all to say Diego Lopes is better than Max Holloway and Alexander Volkanovski. Everybody now, it's like, it's just so fucking crazy that a lot of MMA fans could be so fucking easily impressed, which I'm impressed by Diego Lopes as well. But no, I do not think this is a good matchup for Diego Lopes, like, at all. Diego Lopes should have been, they should have took their time with him. Now, I understand they want to get him high in the rankings so they could get a potential rematch with Movsar and even get him a title shot against Ilya, but it's like, Brian Ortega is too elite on the ground. Now, so is Diego Lopes, but this is really a matter of who gets on top first, because whoever gets on top first, I think will get the decision win or even a finish. I think this fight can end in finish as well. Diego Lopes cardio isn't anything crazy neither. So if it gets into the 3rd round, I got T-City taking the 3rd round. I think Diego Lopes will win round 1. So remember I said that. I think the only reason Brian Ortega got dropped by Yair Rodriguez is because he fucking hurt his foot in the introductions. I think that's the only reason why. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I got T-City. Yeah, I hate when people count out T-City because people were counting out T-City against Yair and Brian Ortega finished him while hurt. So he did overcome the adversity. So we know he can overcome adversity. I don't think Diego Lopes is going to knock him out cold because I think that's the only way he can. Yeah, y'all bugging for saying y'all got Diego Lopes by knockout in round 1, somebody said. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. Diego Lopes, I don't think he's going to knock Brian Ortega out. I think he might be able to hurt Brian Ortega, that's for sure, but I don't think he's going to knock him out. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say I got T-City at a plus 112 underdog, which is disrespectful. How the fuck are y'all putting anybody against Brian Ortega and calling Brian Ortega the underdog? That shit is disrespect. So, yeah, I got T-City. On to the next one. Main event. This was supposed to be Conor versus Chandler. I wish it was. Now, this is a way, in terms of fight, and if you're a fan of skill, this is the fight that is way better than Conor versus Chandler. Pereira versus Prochazka. I don't understand how anybody says Yuri has a chance. Now, this is the thing. Yuri can take him down and submit him, but I don't think he is. I don't think he is. I think he's going to go in there. I think he's going to throw himself in the fire like he always does. He just got the fuck beaten out of him by Rakic. And yeah, he did knock out Rakic, but who did more damage before Yuri finally found the chin in round 2? Alexander Rakic was battering him with low kicks. So was Pereira in the first fight. He was battering him with low kicks in round 1. I think Yuri is going to get a level change, but I don't think he's going to submit him. I think Alex is going to get up. And my prediction is official. Alex Pereira, round 1 knockout. I think Alex is only getting better. I think he's getting bigger. And he took 0 damage in this fight against Jamal Hill. And we've seen what happened in the first fight. Pereira caught him with a counter left hook, and I think the same shit will happen in this fight. So let's keep Mark Goddard away from this fight, because I promise you, any other refs this fight, somebody's going out cold. I don't want Mark Goddard to be the referee for this fight, because it was kind of a weird stoppage in the last one. So this fight will end in a knockout cold. So prepare for somebody to go to sleep, because I think Alex Pereira is going to put Yuri to sleep this time. And yeah, this is not a good matchup for Yuri. Yuri's going to try to keep it at a stand and bang fight. He might level change once. He might take him down once. I think Pereira's going to get up. And if Yuri does take him down in round 1, I got that to go to the next round. But if he keeps it at a stand-up fight for too long, I think Alex is going to knock him the fuck out. So, yeah, those are my predictions for UFC 303. I will be dropping another video of the review of the pay-per-view. I'm excited to do that as well. And, yeah, subscribe. Like the video as well. Fuck all you guys.